What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Robski again coming at you with another video. It is February 10th, 2022, and we are getting close to the Super Bowl. As you can see, I have my San Francisco 49er gear on. Unfortunately, we're not playing in the game, but overall, we overachieved this year, and we're a smashing success. So, I wrote down some key points I want to talk about, and I want to talk about why I'm predicting what, and just kind of a review, kind of a recap of the football season this year. So let's get into it. I don't know if you watched my videos, but I did not predict the Bengals to have this kind of success, but I did predict the Bengals to make the playoffs. I predicted them. If you look at my earlier videos, I did predict them to become in the playoffs. So I knew that they were going to be the sleeper team. However, I did not know that they would have this kind of success in the postseason. I did not know that their personnel was that good. They are definitely a very unique, interesting, and dynamic team. So good for them. Congratulations to Joe Burrow. But yeah, this is one of the things that very beginning of the season, I predicted them that they would be good. I just didn't predict that they would be Super Bowl good. So, I want to talk about the 49ers season. That's my team, red and gold till I'm dead and cold. We had an interesting season because we started off slow, and then we got hot in the middle of the season, had some poor games, and then did well. I want to say congratulations to Deebo Samuel, who was obviously our star player. In my opinion, he was the best player in the league. And he did things that most men cannot do. He ran back kicks. He ran the football. He caught the football in multiple different receiver positions. He even threw touchdown passes. To me, Deebo is the obvious non-quarterback MVP. He was responsible for more wins than any other player in any other team as far as non-position, non-quarterback personnel. So Deebo Samuel congratulations to him. He kind of reminds me, the guy he was unbelievable this year. He's been good for us now for a couple of years, but this year he really was head and shoulders above everybody else. Obviously, we still had great play from Kittle and Bosa, and Elijah Mitchell's another guy worth mentioning. I kind of did some research on him, and congratulations to him. Brunskill, all the line, 49ers have a very underrated offensive line. You guys did great this year. It's not the reason why that I like the Niners this year is they played a lot of spoiler. One, we beat our old division rival Dallas. We were supposed to lose that game, and we beat them on the road. We beat Green Bay on the road, and we could have we were this close to beating the Rams on the road. So congratulations. I want to talk about the Jimmy G situation, for the Jimmy Garoppolo situation. I just want to let you know, and for the record, I've been a Jimmy Garoppolo supporter since day one. People definitely forget the success that he has had, and I personally would like to see him for another year. I know I talked to a lot of Niner fans who say that he's the weak link. In my opinion, he's the right quarterback for that offense because, again, we have so much star power in other positions, the tight end, the running backs. He's a smart guy. The only problem with Garoppolo is you could see that the injuries have taken his toll, and he has difficulty with some of the throws that require more arm strength. But right now, I can't think of anyone on the open market who I'd rather have as Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm not going to bail on Trey Lance. I understand why Trey Lance is an attractive candidate with his athleticism. But what I saw from him was he definitely was not ready to take over that offense. I want to go and see Garoppolo with another year. Regardless of what happens, though, he sounds like a great guy, and I think he'll find success no matter where he goes. But I personally would love to see him another year, even though I think he's going to be moved. So, Jimmy Garoppolo, I want to thank you for all the great years of football. You've exceeded expectations as far as my book. I did not forget the success you had when you first got to San Francisco. I did not forget that you did a good job getting us to a Super Bowl. And in my opinion, you did a great job in the playoffs this year. So, again, for what it's worth, your boy Robski, lifetime supporter. Thank you for all the great years, Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay, this NFL season has been absolutely the best ever as far as the playoff games. If you haven't been paying attention, Tom Brady, the guy, I think he's going to come out of retirement. There's a lot going on. That's why I love the NFL. There's so much going on. I want to talk about the Super Bowl here. Getting back to Rams and Bengals. And I was looking at the betting odds. Right now, Vegas has the Bengals are the Rams are the favorite. They are 4.5. The spread's 4.5. So the Rams are are predicted to win. And so I would take the Rams at 4-5, and here's why. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is I'm getting used to this betting stuff, but I'm saying that Vegas is stating that the Rams will win, but they need to cover the spread. I think the Rams will cover the spread, and I think the Rams will win a straight bet, and I think they're also going to cover the spread, and here's why. Okay, if you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, again, the Kansas City Chiefs' weak spot was their defense, and still is their defense, okay? Now, in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, their defense all of a sudden showed up. And I'm not ripping on the Chiefs. They have good defenders, but obviously their strength lies in their offense. A couple of factors. The number one factor, and this guy has been our version of Deebo Samuel, a guy named Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's been lights out. I think he's going to account for several touchdowns, and I think he's going to be too much for the Bengals to handle. So I like Cooper Kupp in this situation. Another thing, McVay's second Super Bowl. Zach Martin has never been in these type of waters. Sean McVay has. He's hungry. He wants to win. It's just like with Stafford. This is the difference between an all-star versus a Hall of Fame career. But I really like Sean McVay. Cooper Kupp is obviously an X factor. And then, of course, you have Aaron Donald. I think Aaron Donald's going to be too much. I think he's going to wreak havoc. You have Von Miller. The Rams are just littered with stars. And I'm not necessarily a fan of teams with all the star power. But the fact is the Rams are playing in Los Angeles. They have all of these players that can change the game in a blink of eye. Like I don't see like with the Bengals, I don't see them having like these key players except for the running back. Joe Mixon's got some star power, and obviously Joe Burrow. But the Rams have great personnel. Okay, for some reason the 49ers, we had their numbers until last game. Rams have great personnel, but I think the Rams are going to win. I think they're going to win over 3 points because of Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, Sean McVay, and the fact that they're playing at home. So if I were personally a betting man, I would take the Rams. I would bet against the spread. So I take the Rams. They're going to beat them by above 4.5, and I would pay. I would pay. The money to. I would just take the Rams in a bet. I really think that, emotionally, and I'll personally probably be rooting for the Bengals because they're definitely an underdog story. But I think statistically and based on, Stafford's story, Sean McVay's story, they're in LA, and they got all these like players that change the game. I think I got the Rams winning by at least a touchdown. I'm thinking a touchdown field goal. So if you're betting, I would bet Rams. I'm saying it right now. I'm bet Rams. I bet they cover the spread. I bet they win the game. Last but not least, I'm going to mark my words. Nathaniel Hackett goes to Denver. This makes just too much sense for both parties involved. Aaron Rodgers will be a Denver Bronco. I can already see it happening. Green Bay likes Jordan Love, and they like the fact that Denver has all these picks. This makes too much sense. Aaron Rodgers to Denver. Okay, So that's my wrap up. Robski out.